Boom. Button here. It's push, redstone off. So it only is active for a short period of time. Now, if we are to use this switch, though, you'll see now this is active. Alright, and I can also put a button over here. And as you'll see, I'll go ahead and give you a quick little thing here. A button will power the block. So this block will be powered, therefore it will power any redstone to the sides. And it'll power redstone on top of it. I'll just give you a really quick demonstration. Or, well, I'll have to do it separately. Obviously it won't do diagonal. Alright, so it does the top. Does the back. Does this, it does both sides there. And that it outputs from all there, but it'll also output not this block, because technically this button takes up this block. You'll notice you can't place a block there. Alright? So no block can be placed right there. And this button, though, it will give output, not this block, but the next block ahead. As you can see, it gave output. And this can switch between the two buttons. One button is basically turning the system back off, and one button is turning it back on. Like so. And really, if you wanted to do so, you could add a switch up here. Yeah, see, that's not gonna, you're gonna have to undo this button, but I'll just give you a little bit, just a little bit of cool thing here. So if the switch is on, this button is not gonna keep this powered. Alright? If the switch is off, like so, the button will keep it powered. So you can lock yourself on the inside with the switch to prevent the door from being opened. You just flip the switch, and if you hold it there, the door can't open, you're locked in your house. Or you can unswitch it, just switch it and switch it back, and the door will close. And I'll go ahead and give you a quick example here. Oh, I'm going to get rid of this. And I gotta grab me a door here, iron block door, boom, and it's gonna pop up right here. And I'll collect it. Yeah, the game doesn't like you using redstone with spawned doors, because a lot of times spawned doors will end up being half doors. And you'll see here I got the switch. I believe it's off. I may be wrong. Let me check. But the door will open and stay open. Alright, so let's pretend I go in here and this is your house, but I have this switch over here. It didn't really work out that way, but just pretend with me. Now I'm in my house. Flip the switch. Now I'm locked in here. So some guy wants to kill me coming up. The door will momentarily open. And I can show you in future videos how to fix that, but basically it's not going to stay open. Like so. You could fix it with an AND gate, but I'm not going to get into that now. I'll get into that later, and really basically that'll wrap up the basic circuit video here. I can show you a simple 5 clock repeater really quick, just to give you a little bit of background on repeaters. Repeaters are often probably going to be used with dispensers, because the fact that dispensers, a lot of times you'll use them as traps to shoot arrows, and a lot of times you're going to want them to shoot more than one arrow if they're on a pressure plate. So what'll happen is basically it's a pulsar, and what it's going to do is start, well, pulsing, and it's going to give a pulse. So if you're on a pressure plate and you turn on the pulsar, it's going to shoot arrows constantly in rapid succession. There we go. And you're going to want 3 here, and then you're going to want 2 like so. Put yourself thing, and there. And if you notice, a lot of these circuits have to be made just like this. A lot of times, for example, right here, this is not going to work. It's not directly going into the block. It has to be directly going into the block like there. And that'll get the redstone torch. If you recall, it'll do here, here, here. Or not here. You can't place redstone there, because technically, like the button, the torch is taking up that square. but it'll give redstone power from here, here, or here. Or the block above it, it'll give redstone power to, but nevertheless, you're going to want to add an output here. And a lot of times the game on a server, it'll have some trouble with it depending on how much lag you have going on with it. So I might not be able to get it to work just due to the fact that I might be having some trouble with the server just not comprehending it. And what it'll do is it'll just burn out a torch and you have to just destroy it and replace it again. Most of the time it should always work in single player. See, yeah, I think it's going to be burning out. Yep, it looks like it burned out one of my torches. But if you want to recreate it, this is what it looks like. And this will work on probably the majority of servers. I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to be working here. But this is definitely... Oh, you know what? Forgot my... Now when the power's on, it won't... There we go. My bad. So as you can see, it's hitting up a little repetition. And there you go. It burned out a torch. That's why it stopped. But basically, if you look, it's impossible for it to happen. This can't happen. It can't have circuits like this, so it's going to start blinking. And you can make it with less. You can make it with any odd number, depending on how fast. The less blocks you have, the faster it'll go. 3 is the fastest, but 3 will burn out on almost anything. It'll burn out eventually, even on single player or a server or anything. So generally, you don't want to use 3. 5 is the most stable, I believe, but unfortunately, it didn't last long on my server. And I'll wrap this up. Basically, if you put a thing here, it would shoot dispenser arrows in rapid succession. But we'll get into that into another video. Thank you for watching. This wraps up the basic redstone circuits. In the next section, I'll be teaching you how to apply them to actual real-world uses. And I'll give you plenty of examples for each and how to combine them. Thanks for watching. Remember to rate and subscribe. Thank you.